How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
That's good. So today we're speaking with Laura. She works at the Learning Experience in Chapel Hill, the director there. I'm going to start asking her a couple of questions and get her feedback and her opinion on that. So the first question I'm going to ask you, Laura, is why did you choose to be a director of a daycare?
I chose to be a director of a child care facility so that I'll be able to help my teachers mold them and teach them how to be effective teachers in a classroom.
Okay. And would you say it is important to have good diplomatic and people management skills? If so, why is that?
Well, you must have good management skills because without it, the whole ship will fall down. In other words, if you don't have the capabilities to be able to communicate effectively to your teachers and the parents, then everything is going to go bottom up. So the one thing that you want to make sure that you do is know how to communicate with them and what to say and when and how to say it to them.
Okay. And have you had any previous experience dealing with parents who had complaints against staff members? If so, how did you alleviate that situation?
I have, and previous I have had parents who have thought that somebody had was mistreating their child, putting them in timeout. So I had to go back through the manual, the handbook, and let them know that's not part of our policy. Timeout is not part of our discipline policy. And then talk to that teacher and then go in and do observations in that classroom to see how they are handling that child.
Okay. Okay. And was the parent okay with like the actions you took for that?
And they did. I also had them to be able to sit back and monitor and look at the cameras too, so that they'll be able to see and feel comfortable and
Okay.
better about it.
All right. What is your previous experience in going through and maintaining the National Association for the Education of Young Children accreditation?
Okay, the NACI. Just making sure that everything is set in order, making sure that you have high quality teachers that has a degree, and also making sure that the room structure, everything is set up for that environment.
Okay. And what would you say is your philosophical approach to the education of young children, if you have one?
My philosophy is that children learn through play, and when I say that, I feel like they have their own individual person. So each one of them has to be treated differently,
Okay.
and through play, you're able to bring that out.
I also agree with that. I do think that children should be able to have the time and the space to be creative and to just do what they want to do and do what they can do through play. How would you implement a successful curriculum at your center?
Is making sure that one, it is carried out, making sure that everybody is on the same page with it, making sure that my teachers are being creative with it. I think that's the most important thing. Being creative, having the children engaged in it, finding out what they know, what they want to know, and what have they learned from your topic or your thing that you're speaking on.
That's important because that's not going to change as they get in high school, college, whatever it is.
Right.
They continue to do stuff like that. How would you ensure that the work of the child care center gets carried out while allowing staff to gain more accreditation or training if they wanted to do so?
That's encouraging them to go back to school, telling them the importance of it, finding out really where they want to be in life. If childcare is your passion, then I encourage them to go back to school, continue to go, get the education, go get training, go to workshops and get all the training that you can get to gain more knowledge in the field.
Okay. And have you ever had to deal with an emergency at work? If you did, what actions did you take and how did you follow up after the emergency was over?
Well, I did have a staff member who had an asthma or panic attack. So first thing I had to do is call 911, and once we got him taken care of, I then went through the emergency list, called his relatives and let them know what had happened, and then got in contact with my boss to let them know what had also happened so that they can get an FMLA going for the person. And so from there, after that, we had to make sure that he was okay to return back to work.
Okay. And what have you gained from working as a director of a center? And has it been a rewarding experience so far?
Well, it kind of goes back to your other question about the management skills. So part of my reward is I'm learning how to communicate, because when you first start out, you really don't know. This is how it's got to be, and we're going to get it done. And now you have to learn how to be able to communicate that. So I think that's one of my success that I've really grown in. in that part.
Well, thank you for your time,
problem.
and you have a great evening.
You do the same.
All right.
Thank you.